Black licorice is a flavor people either love or hate. There's a really in between. This initial bitterness can be overwhelming, but if you let it linger, a surprising sweetness follows. For a long time, I rejected black licorice outright. I resisted anything that didn't fit into my carefully structured plans. But over time, I learned that embracing the unexpected, both in taste and in life, can lead to profound transformation. During my years at Syracuse University, my life revolves around architecture. I dedicated endless hours to modernism, which is completely out of touch with today's society. Believing that fitness or success meant relentless discipline. When I transferred to Cornell, my achievements seemed validated to my approach, but inside, I felt exhausted. I rarely spent time with my family, brushing off my grandmother's quiet attempts to connect. Each time I visited, she offered me the black licorice, and each time, I took a tiny bit and rejected. Much like I dismissed anything that didn't serve my academic assumptions. Then life interrupted my plans. Due to an administrative mistake, my student visa became invalid, forcing me into an unexpected gap year. At the same time, my grandmother's health declined rapidly. Facing the uncertainty, I made a choice that I never have considered before. I returned to China to be with her. During those months, I listened to my grandma's stories, much of which I hadn't ignored before. She told me about her childhood in Wharton, Nanjing, where black licorice was a rare treat, offering a small sense of comfort in difficult times. Her words makes me realize that I had been missing the deeper meanings in both life and design. I have been so confused and focused on rigid ideals that I failed to see the richness in imperfection and adaptability. As my perspective shifted, so did my approach to architecture. Instead of weighing design as a solitary pursuit to perfection, I began to see that as a conversation between people, space, and history. During my gap year, I had the opportunity to work on projects in Japan and Denmark, where I encountered architectural philosophy centered on sustainability and community-driven spaces, ideas that resonated deeply with my evolving mindset. It was in Denmark, a country known for its love of black licorice, that I finally gave it another try. I sampled different varieties, some sweet, some salty, some even spicy. Slowly I began to appreciate the complexity of flavors, just like with my academic and personal journey. What all seemingly unplateable, revolved with hidden layers of richness and depth. My experience mirrors a broader shift in architecture today. The field is moving from rigid, individualistic masterpiece towards more sustainable, inclusive, and adaptive places. In many ways, my personal transformation reflects its larger movement, a recognition that the best designs, like the best lives, are shaped by openness, resilience, and the willingness to embrace change. When I returned to China, I told my grandmother about Denmark's licorice shops. She listened, smiling as she held a small piece of licorice that I brought back. Although she's weak, she still faced the remaining days tenaciously. Watching her, I understand licorice had never been about taste. It is about patience, resilience, and seeing beyond first impressions. I see black licorice not as something to be avoided anymore, but as a symbol of discovery. It reminds me that sometimes the most meaningful experience starts with bitterness, only revival to unexpected sweetness in the end.